Let's take a look at the Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus. I'm liking the Studio Series 86 stuff more and more, but honestly, even if I didn't, I'd probably end up picking this guy up at some point. Ultra Magnus was one of my favorite characters on the cartoon. To me, he was always like the spiritual successor of Optimus Prime. I am not a Rodimus Prime guy, not even a little bit. I would have been totally fine with him being the leader after Optimus Prime died. And I don't know if this guy's being called like a, commander class. So I'm interested in seeing him next to Masterpiece Ultra Magnus, which I have. I've seen some people review this figure and gush over it and say that it's basically a stand-in for the Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. The only exception is that he's all plastic, where there's die-cast in the Masterpiece one. So let's see. What the hell? Nice. And he looks very, very nice right out of the packaging. He does have a ton of little accessories, and the antenna on either side of his head, the antennae, you actually have to plug in. They don't come attached. He is pushing Masterpiece scale. He's got all the articulation you'd want and hope for. It is nice that the fingers are somewhat articular. These three are stuck together, but the arms are on stiff ratchet joints, which is nice, but you have to turn his shoulder from up here. If you grab from down here, it sort of disengages the arm from the shoulder stack. It does come with an extra gun, or a different gun, and a bunch of the kind of pew-pew blast effects for serious warning shots. And I do think it's a silly contest. There's no real competition, but here he is next to Masterpiece Ultra Magnus. And I actually am glad that there is still a pretty major distinction between the two, especially for the better Masterpiece figures. Some suck, but for the good ones, there is a glaring difference between the two, and there should be. I didn't want to have to start deciding whether or not I should get a Studio Series figure or a Masterpiece figure for Masterpiece quality. He does have really nice light piping for the eyes. And we also have a little matrix of leadership, where it belongs if Optimus isn't around. I do very much like that is spring-loaded. And I'm sorry, this would be a 10-minute video if I filmed the transformation, so what a pain in the ass that was. So, surprise, surprise, there's a lot going on with the transformation. Always a fan of the engineering because everything folds up so well in robot mode. It's astonishing how much unfolds when you're getting him into his truck mode. But as I always do, complaining of new figures, so many pegs have to line up properly, and so many things have to be forced into place, and certain things don't clip in and hold. I'm so annoyed with that. He's beautiful and it's amazing, but it is so not fun to transform. I'm gonna get him back into robot mode, and then he's gonna stay that way for his entire life in my basement. But speaking more to the engineering, it is amazing that he is kind of a parts former. You can take his arms and legs off to sort of reenact when who was it? Oh, Galvatron and Cyclonus, they blew him to bits in the movie. You can keep him completely together while transforming him into truck mode, but once he's in truck mode, the cab can detach from the trailer. These open, right? So yeah, Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus, the newest Transformer in my collection that I don't ever want to transform.